Welcome to week 3 health and wellbeing exercises. The focus of this exercise session will be on connecting the pelvis with the shoulders and looking at how the feet are involved in that process. So ensure as you're lying down on your back that your back is straight, feet bent up towards the buttocks, and gently bring that focus of awareness into the breath and into the rise and fall of the abdomen. As you breathe in, the abdomen rises towards the ceiling, and as you breathe out, the abdomen falls. On the next in-breath, start the counting process of the breaths back from 10 to 0. So as you breathe in, you count yourself 10. As you breathe out, you count yourself 9, and so on back to 0. Leaving the counting behind and bringing the focus of attention now into the vase breath. So as you take your next in-breath, breathing into the pelvis, the abdomen, the chest, the shoulders, the neck and throat, nostrils. And as you breathe out, reverse that process. Let go of the face, the nostrils, the neck, the shoulders, chest, tummy, low back, pelvis. And for the next few moments, simply concentrate and focus on the wave of breath coming up through the pelvis to the nostrils and returning from the nostrils all the way back down through to the pelvis. On that next in-breath, join in with the pelvis with the movement. So as you breathe into the pelvis, roll the sacrum towards the coccyx, gently lift the low back off the floor or mat. And just notice how far that movement passes up the spine. As you breathe out, segment by segment, allow the spine to return, relax back towards the floor, all the way down to the pelvis. So as you breathe in, the pelvis rolls forward towards the coccyx, lifting the low back. And see if you can feel the shoulders connecting with that movement. As you breathe out, relaxing the spine segment by segment from the middle of the back all the way down to low back and pelvis. On the next in-breath, then bring your focus into the soles of the feet. And as you breathe in and roll the pelvis forwards, just feel the heels tractioning gently towards the backside. And as you breathe out, gently feel the spine returning back to neutral And the weight almost feels as if it's gently pushing through the feet. So on the in-breath, traction. And on the out-breath, gently give the weight back to the whole of the foot. A gentle sense of maybe pushing. Become aware if one side of the pelvis or one foot traction feels easier, more engaged than the other. Noticing differences between right and left. On that next out breath, then just straighten the right leg. And we're going to move on to rolling onto that right side. So as you take your next in-breath, traction the foot, roll the pelvis forward, and then gently lift the buttock up, rolling towards the right side of the body. And then as you breathe out, allow the spine to softly relax all the way back down through to the left buttock again. So on the in-breath, traction the foot, roll the pelvis forward on that side. Lengthen the spine. How far do you feel that movement going towards the right shoulder? As you breathe out, sequentially allow the spine, the ribs to relax all the way back down through to the pelvis and the hip on the left side. And for the next few moments, simply maintain the movement of rolling onto the right side. On the next in-breath, then lower the left leg and bring up the right knee and start the rolling process from the right to left. So as you breathe in, traction the foot on the right side, roll the pelvis forward, lengthen the low back. How far up towards the left shoulder do you breathe into? And then as you breathe out, sequentially letting the ribs, the spine, the pelvis, the hip relax back down to a neutral position. And for the next few moments, simply focus on rolling and lengthening on the in-breath, softening and relaxing on the out-breath. On the next in-breath, bringing both feet up towards your backside, fingertips pointing towards the ceiling, shoulders relaxed. As you take your next in-breath, traction the left foot, roll the pelvis forward on the left side and reach with the fingertips on the left side up towards the ceiling. As you breathe out, relax the shoulder, the ribs, the spine, the pelvis, the hips. Back to the starting position. And on the next in-breath, traction the right foot, roll the pelvis forward, lengthen the spine. Raise the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. And as you breathe out, gently relax the spine, the ribs, the low back, the abdomen, pelvis, hip, back to the starting position. And for the next few moments, focus on connecting the movement of the shoulders with the movement of the hips, rolling from side to side. Ensuring as you breathe out, the shoulders are relaxed, the spine, the pelvis are relaxed before you take the next breath in and contract those muscles. On the next in-breath, then bring the right hand up above the head, left hand down by the left hip, both legs bent up. And as you take your next in-breath, traction the left foot, roll the pelvis forward on the left side, lengthen the spine, and gently roll over to the right hand side, stretching the ribs on the right, reaching with your left hand to the right hand. As you breathe out, allow yourself to relax the spine sequentially, the ribs, the pelvis, and drop the knees down towards the left-hand side, following that movement with your head. On the next in-breath, rolling up from the left side, rolling over towards the right side, lengthening as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, sequentially relaxing the spine back towards the left side, following that movement with the head, allowing the legs to fall to the left. As you take your next in-breath, then just follow and focus on the movement of the left foot, the sole of the foot. As you breathe in, focus on the left foot. And as you breathe out, feel and focus on that foot. And on the next out-breath, be sure to follow the movement with the head. So the movement starts from looking at the right hand, and as you breathe out, the head rolls down towards the left-hand side, looking towards the knees, relaxing out to the left. next in-breath, then bring the right arm down to the right hip, left arm up above the head. And again, as you breathe in, traction the right foot, roll the pelvis forward on the right side, lengthen the spine, rolling onto the left side, reaching towards the left hand. And then as you breathe out, breathing out from the shoulder first, all the way back down through the spine, the ribs, the pelvis. Following that movement of breath out with the head. The next time you take a breath in, then just focus your attentions on the sole of the foot. So as you breathe in from the knees out wide, feel the foot rolling, supporting the movement over onto the right hand side of the body. And then as you breathe out, focus on that foot engaging with the out-breath. All the way over to the knees, dropping out to the right side. On the next out-breath, just ensure that the head rolls and joins in that movement all the way down, so the right ear drops down towards the right shoulder, looking down towards the right hand and knees. On the next in-breath, then bring your knees to face the ceiling. Bring both arms down by your side. And gently tune back into the vase breath and join in with that movement of the pelvis. So breathing into to the pelvis, abdomen, chest, shoulders, neck, nostrils. Breathing out, nostrils, neck, throat, shoulders, ribs, abdomen, low back, pelvis. And join in with the movement. So as you breathe in, roll towards the coccyx, lifting the low back towards the shoulders. Feel the pressure on the shoulders. And as you breathe out sequentially, bringing each spinal segment back down to the floor, all the way down to the pelvis. Noticing how the feet join in with that movement. And on the next out breath, then just push the right foot into the floor, the left foot into the floor, right foot, left foot. Push the low back into the floor, shoulders into the floor. Make a fist, spread the fingers, make a fist, spread the fingers. And then when you feel ready, allow yourself to roll onto your side and get yourself back into the seated posture.